Alright, welcome back to the Crabby Days, and today we're going to do a full playthrough of Famiglia, which is a tiny little card game here that comes in this little tuck box. It's a two-player only game, 60 cards from designer Friedman Freeze. So as you can tell from the artwork, well, the theme to this one is we're just trying to collect the biggest groupings of gangsters and scoring the most points. And the points of the gangsters are written at the bottom over here. Alright, so it is a 1v1 game. We both start with the exact same hand of cards, which are the 4 different suits in the game and the 0 values for each. Alright, now the main mechanism in this game is there's a main display here. We have our own little tableau area, but there's a main display. And to get a gangster of value greater than 0, a 0 you can just take always, no matter what. But if you want something higher than a 0, you need to have in your hand 2 gangsters of the same color of a lower rank, to pick it up. So for example, if I wanted this red 3, I would need 2 level 2 red cards in my hand to pick them up. Now that's the base rules of the game. Obviously, all these guys have special powers, so the yellow ones always reduce the number. So if you had this guy in your hand, you can discard him to lower the value of any guy that you want to get by 1. The green ones act as wild cards, so you don't need 2 red, for example. If I had a green card, I can substitute, for example. And the blue ones, you'll see they swap cards into your display so you can get some cards back. Alright, so let's just get to it here. Let's not waste any more time. So what I'm going to do is, at the start of the game, you really don't have a choice. You sort of have to pick up zeros to try to make some combos later and pick up the higher value guys. Alright, so I'm just going to pick up the 0 as my turn. I'm going to go to my buddy's hand here. You know what? I'm just going to play with his hand showing so you can see what he's doing. And he's going to pick up the 0 in blue. Alright, it's going to jump back to me, and I'll finally show you here clear-cut example on how to pick a character up. Alright, so I have the 2 zeros. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my opponent, look, I have the 2 zeros. Alright, you're going to discard one of them into your tableau, and then you're going to pick up the card that you want to get. Alright, so for example, I had 2 zeros, and I can get the 1. Alright, pretty simple. Now, to get the 2 of yellow, I would need 2 level 1 yellows to pick up the 2. Alright, but there you go. That was my turn. Basically, on your turn, you will be taking a card, or I'll explain to you now. The game ends when we go through the deck twice, but after the first time going through the deck, you can actually pass, and if both players pass, then you go straight to endgame scoring as well. Alright, so there's 2 ways for the game to end. Alright, anyway, that was my turn. Pretty simple. So until we get through this deck once, on your turn, you will be grabbing a character from the middle, no matter what. Alright, so let's go back to my player 2 over here. Now, he's looking at his hand. I mean, there's no level 1 blue out there. There's no other combo that he can do, so he's got no choice but to pick up this card. Alright, goes to his hand. Alright, jumping back to player 1, and you're going to notice that now there's absolutely nothing that I can do. Well, there's something I could do. I could technically discard him, -1, to reduce his cost to 0. And remember, you can always pick up zeros no matter what, so then he would go straight to my hand. Alright, because I don't have to show my opponent that I have 2 cards lower, because a 0 is always obtainable. Alright, but instead of doing that right away, the other thing you can do is, if the display ever has no level 0s, you can discard 1 card in the display to flip that many off the top of the deck. Alright, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard this guy, flip over 3. 1, oops, 2, and 3. Alright, there you go. 0 came out. So now I got an option. Do I really want to take the 0, or do I want to waste a yellow to then pick up this? You know what? I'm pretty sure this is going to be available no matter what on my next turn. So I'm actually going to go get the 0. Alright, there's a lot of memory in this game. You sort of want to remember what your opponent's been picking up. But there you go. That's how you play. Alright, so now I got a couple of green zeros to pick up that 1, and I won't have to use my my yellow card. There you go. That was my turn. Jump over to this side. Now, he's got a couple of options as well. He can go get the 1 red, and that's about it. There's no other option for him. So what he's going to do is the same thing that I did. He's going to discard this card to flip over 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and you can keep doing this until there's a 0 out there. Alright, if you want, you can discard this one. Go 1, 2. Alright, now he has to stop because the 0 came out. Alright, so his choices are getting the 0, discarding his 2 zeros for a 1. That's about it. Those are his options. So, I mean, I think what he's going to do is grab the 0. Yeah, we'll grab the 0. It's fine. So he's got a lot of blue cards. So hopefully a blue 1 will come out soon. All right, so that was his turn. Jump back. So, you know, it's going back and forth, collecting cards, playing cards, reducing the cost, trying to get to the higher value cards because they're worth the most points, right? Usually whoever has the most 4s and 3s is going to win the game. All right, the red, remember, the reds don't have any powers, all right, but their cards are worth a lot more points. They're 15 points here, as the other 4s are only going to be worth 10, I believe. All right, anyway, my turn. There's no zeros out there. Actually, you know what? You know what? I'm good. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna show my opponent my 2-0 greens, put one in my tableau, and bring the other one to my hand. All right, now this card is awesome. Probably my favorite card in the game, or the greens are my favorite card in the game because they act as wild. So in the future, if there was a 1 yellow out there, I can actually show him this and pretend this is a yellow 0, and this is a yellow 0, so I'll be able to pick up a yellow 1. For example, so I'm not really forced to pick up zeros anymore as long as I have this card in my hand. It'll act as a wild card. Anyway, that was my go. Back to my opponent. He doesn't like this flop at all, so he's gonna actually discard the Godfather here and flip over 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. See, he still doesn't have the green. I think what he's going to do is pick up the yellow 0. Right, so now, I don't know what he's waiting for. I think he's waiting for either a blue 1 or a yellow 1 to come out to start picking up cards. He's not in a great position right now, but it's still very early. All right, so we're going to jump back to the left-hand side over here. All right, so for the left-hand side here, normally what I would do is pick up this green card because it's very valuable, but I just want to show you some of the powers and how they play. So what I'm going to do is show you how the yellow power works. So I'm going to play this card to reduce, oh, there you go, to reduce the cost of something by 1. So let's play that into my tableau. Now the tableau is just there just to collect your cards so you score them at the end of the game. But anyway, reduce a card value by 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to target this card over here. So this is a 2 yellow. All right, now with that card, it's going to be a 1 yellow. So what I can do is show my opponent these 2 cards and say this is a yellow, 0 yellow, and this is a 0 yellow. Put this into my tableau and pick up the 2 yellow. All right, so I use the combination. I used 1 card in my tableau to reduce the cost, and then I use the other green one as a wild card. And you see, that's how you play. You're going to use the abilities of the cards to try to finagle your way to getting better value cards. Anyway, that was my turn. My opponent's going to go. And he still doesn't like any of these cards, but he can't flop anything over because the darn 0 red is there. So I think what he's going to do is starting to collect red. That's fine. I mean, the reds are the point value cards. They have no ability, but you know what? That's fine. So he's going to show me both reds. He's going to put one in his tableau. He's going to put the other one in his hand. Now we're going to jump over to my side. And I think I'm just going to show my opponent this. So I have a green 0, and this can still wild card as itself. So it's a green 0 and a green 0. Put this in my tableau, and I'll pick up the green 1. Boom. So now if a green 2 comes out, I'll be able to pick it up. All right, but my hand is very small. At a certain point, you do want to pick up some zeros just to fill up your hand, especially if you want to use the blue power to get rid of some zeros and pick up the higher value cards, so on and so on. We're going to jump to this side. And unfortunately, he's got absolutely no choice. He's getting very unlucky. I don't really like his hand. So he's going to have to pick up the red 0 right now. All right, we're going to jump to my side. And I'm going to discard the 2 here to flip over 2 cards. 1, 2. And that's the perfect card that I wanted to see. So I'm going to show my opponent 2 green 1s. Put this one in my tableau and pick up the green 2. Now with this one, it's even better than this one because I can make it as a wild card of any 0 or any 1. All right, so that's awesome. Okay, so there you go. That was my go. My opponent's gonna go. I think he's gonna discard this one for flipping over 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, finally a green 0. He's definitely gonna grab that. He does want to get some wild cards in his hand eventually. To make it more flexible. All right, he does have a ton of cards though. We'll see what ends up happening as we go. All right, that's his hand. And back to my side. Let's see, is there any way for me to get the blue 2? Nope. I could get the red 1 by getting this and my wild card to get that, but you know, it's early on in the game. I'm okay for leaving that behind. So I'm gonna discard this guy, flip over 2 more cards. 1, 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my opponent this, and it's going to make him cry because he really wanted that blue 1. This is a blue 1. This is sorry. This is a blue 0. Blue 0. Discard this one into my tableau and pick up the blue 1. All right, now this one, what you can do, I explained it earlier, but you can discard into your tableau to exchange a card in your hand for one in your tableau. So if you use a really powerful card and it's in your tableau, well, then you can get rid of a 0 and bring that guy back into your hand. All right, so we're gonna go to my buddy's turn here, and oh boy, I keep screwing him over. There's always the 0s that are left behind, and I'm taking everything else. So he's got actually no, he does have a choice. He's gonna actually discard his 2 0s. I think this is gonna be a good idea. He's gonna discard this to pick up the 1. So now if that red 2 comes out, you can still go get it. There you go. There's his turn. All right, that was a good move by him because now I'm sort of forced to pick this up. So let me get this. Perfect. And it's going to go to him. He's going to discard this. Actually, I played stupid. I could have actually picked up that card. I'm not going to backtrack, but what I could have done is I have a blue 1 and I could have made this a blue 1 and I could have picked that up to force him to play the 0. Anyway, oh well, my mistake. All right, so I flipped that over. Actually, sorry, it's actually my opponent's turn, not my turn. Let's see, would he have picked up that 2? I don't think he would have. He's going to keep his cards for later on. He's really searching for a green 1 to pick up. So he's going to keep discarding. So let's discard the 4 to flip over 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, he can just keep discarding. I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to discard this. 1, 2, 3, and finally there's the green 1 that he was searching for. So he's gonna pick this up. He's gonna show me the 2 greens. He's gonna put this in his tableau and keep the 1. All right, there you go. All right, so that was his go. Now back to me. And let's see, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I wouldn't mind picking up some more 0s actually. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this yellow 0, yellow 0. Put this into my tableau. And I'll pick up a yellow 1. All right, my opponent's gonna do the exact same thing. He's gonna get some yellows, put that there, pick up the 1. All right, that's not bad. Back to me. So I'm gonna do that card combo that I was probably trying to do earlier. Actually, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play this and this as red 0s. Let's pick up some point cards now to pick up this card. So I'm going to put this down and I'm going to pick up the 1. All right, there you go. Jump back up to this side. Is there a let's see, they can lower costs of something. They got some wild cards. They got this. I think they're just going to try to get rid of some of the 0s in their hand. They're going to show me this. Put the 0 down, pick up the 1, put it in his hand. So he's got pretty much a 1 and a 0 of every single suit. It's pretty flexible, but he does want to maybe increase his... Anyway, we'll see what he wants to do. So jump back over to this side. Let's see. What I can do is I can reduce the cost. Can reduce the cost by 2, but I don't have a 0 to pick it up. See, ideally what I was going to do is reduce the cost by 1 to make it a 2, but then I'm losing the card that I needed to pick it up once it's a 2. I could have made it a 1, but then I have no 0s, no combo 0. Actually, I do, but I'm going to have to get rid of a green card. Do I want to do that? Get rid of a green card forever? No, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is, let's just start discarding cards. All right, it's my turn. There's no 0s out there. I think I'm going to pick up a 0 just to flush out my hand a little bit. Ooh, I think I'm going to definitely pick up this card. All right, I'm going to show my opponent this. Discard my point card to pick up another red card. All right, that's the one good thing about not collecting a lot of red cards is, especially with green, you don't have to flood your hand full of useless red cards like the 0s, and you're just collecting the ones that are worth more and more points. All right, but now I am going to need a higher value green to pair with this one to get the level 3 red card later on. All right, anyway, that was my turn. Let's go to my opponent here. Let's see, is there anything he could do? I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna reduce, whoops. He's gonna reduce the cost, so he's gonna play this into his tableau. So -1. He's gonna reduce the cost of this green by 1, so now this is a green 1. So he's going to need 2 green 0s, which is fine. He has 2 green 0s here. He's going to discard 1, and then he's going to pick up this into his hand. Right, so it's pretty good. Right, it's not bad. All right, jump back over to this side. I can pick this up, but it's not that exciting. So you know what? Let's keep discarding cards. I know my opponent might be close to getting this one, and I'm not. So let's discard that one. So 3 more cards. Ooh, there's that 3 red that I want, but... Ooh, the 4. Let's see, is there a way for me to get that? I can lower the value by 2, so it's going to be a 2, but then oh, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Because this card is amazing. This card basically means you have a 0 to 3 wild card for the rest of the game. All right, you can combo with anything. So I'm going to lower its cost by 2. So right now it's a green 2. All right, and then with a green 2, I'm going to play 2 green 1s. Green 1, green 1. Discard a green 1. To then pick up the green 4. Now it's going to be hard to beat me. Now I'm going to be creating combos without any much problems. All right, jump out over to this side. Doesn't like that. It doesn't like that at all. So what he's going to do is, I think what he's going to do is going to play his 2 blues, get rid of one of them in his hand, and pick up the 1. So he's got a couple of 1s that he can go pick up a 2 without a problem. All right, and the 2's right there, so maybe he'll do that next turn. All right, jump back to this side, and as you know, because I have a super wild, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my opponent this. Red 2, red 2. Discard a red 2 to pick up the red 3. All right, now if the Godfather comes out, I'll actually be able to, with these 2 cards, pick up the Godfather, which is the double red needed to pick him up. All right, but the other red cards are going to be pretty worthless to me because I would not be able to pick them up. All right, so that was my turn. My buddy's going to go. He's going to discard this one to pick up this one, as we already know. And then it's going to be my turn. And I got absolutely no choice. I'm going to pick this card up and call it a day. All right, now, in this game, whenever the tableau is completely empty, you just flip over 6 cards and start anew. Boom. All right. So, could my friend actually pick this up? He's looking, he's looking, he's looking. Oh, this would have been great to pick up, but he doesn't have enough to pick it up because he doesn't have any yellows. I think what he's going to do is going to prep maybe getting a yellow, so it'll give him some flexibility. So he's going to act like these are 2 yellows, and he's going to pick up the yellow 1. All right, then I'm going to go. All right, I think, is there any way for me to get this? No, even if I lower it by 1, I don't have the blue requirement. So what I'm going to do is let me work my way there. Try to get this one. So I'm going to show him this. Blue 0, blue 0. Get rid of this to pick up the blue 1. Try to make our way up there. I'm going to go back to this side. I think I just screwed him over again. I don't think he can pick anything up. So let's just organize his hand. So you can lower something by 1. Let's see, could he lower something? Well, you can do that to pick up that green 1. Sure, let's do that. He's going to discard this. All right, to pick this guy up. All right, maybe with a couple of greens, he can pick up the 2 and then the 3 and work his way up. All right, so there you go. That was his turn. All right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Well, I can't pick up this. I could pick up this, or I can pick up the 0. You know what? Let me pick up the 0. Maybe I need a couple of 0s in my hand so when I use the blues, I can get rid of them. Because as you can see, if I use any blues right now, I'm going to have to give up some better cards. All right, so let me just pick that up. That's fine. And my buddy's going to go. Well, he cannot pick up any of these, so he's going to discard this one here. So it's going to be 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there you go. So we're completely done the first go through the deck. All right, we're going to shuffle this in a little bit. All right, but he's going to do his turn first. I think what he wanted to do is definitely go double green 1 to pick up the green 2. Right now he has enough to pick up the green 3, but I don't think he's gonna get a chance. I don't think he's gonna get a chance. Actually, you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is go for the yellow one, because the yellow one's actually more valuable for me, because I already got a super wild card. There's no point in me getting that one. So let me actually play this with this to discard this to pick up the 2. All right, yeah, let's do it that way. Then my buddy's gonna go, and he's definitely gonna go after that green card. So he's gonna show me this, discard this to pick up the 3. Maybe I should have actually picked up the green. Oh well, it's okay. All right, then it's gonna be my turn, and I think what I'm gonna do is, oh, actually I don't have any reds to pick up the 1. I would have to use up one of my green cards. I can do this to pick up that card, but it's gonna be completely wasted. So you know what? Let me pick up the 0. Again, it's worth points. It's a point. All the other zeros are worth nothing. All right, then it's going to be this side. And you know what? What he's going to do is going to get rid of a 0 from his hand. So he's actually going to play these 2 as red cards. He's going to get rid of this, put this to his hand, and call it a day. All right, now display is empty again, so let's shuffle this up. Anyway, I'll shuffle. I'll be right back. All right, so let's go through this the second time now. One of the things I love about this game is now the deck is pretty much all high cards, right? It's the second time going through the deck. Most of the high cards were discarded to get more flops out there. So this is actually good. And plus it'll be much faster because there's less than like 12 cards in this deck. So 3, 4. So now it's a race of collecting as much stuff as you possibly can to try to gain the points. So like the 4s were 10 points. This 2 is 6 points. That's pretty nice as well. The 3s are 6. So let's get to it here. So let's see. What can I do? What I can do is I can drop this to pick up this. What else can I do? That's not that exciting. I could drop by 2 to pick up the 4 here. And you know what? I think I will do that because this 4 is super powerful. I can use it afterwards to swap 4 cards like I wanted to do. Maybe grab a bunch of yellows to make everything free in the last few rounds and then go from it there. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend this to lower this 4 by 2. So it's a blue 2. All right, so then I'm going to play. Ooh, I have 2 blue ones. One was hiding behind my other one. So I have 2 blue ones. That matches. That's good. Discard this and bring this to my hand. Boom, just like that. I made 10 points. All right, pretty good. All right, let's go to my friend here. He's going to want to pick up. Let's see if he can pick up the other 4. Is there any way? No, there's no way for him to get the yellow. It's impossible. Even if he goes and grabs some, reduce it by 1, reduce it by... No, then he won't have any yellows. Yeah, let's see. He doesn't have any yellows. I mean, he can do some swaps, maybe help out a little bit. Okay, I think therefore I am. No. I think what he's gonna do before he starts swapping stuff, let's play these 2 to get the 1 out, to get the 2. No, that's a dumb idea. Let's take that back. Is there any way for him to get this? Because if he can get this, then maybe he can get this the next following turn, because at least he'll have 1 out of the 2. Probably not seeing it. Somebody yelling at me through the screen or the camera right now. You know what? Let him just go for the sure thing. It's 6 points. He's gonna get rid of one of these to pick up the 2. Done. So now at least when he has to swap, I think he's gonna swap out the red cards. They're completely clogging his hand and they're useless. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's jump back to my side and I'm just gonna clean up. Let's see what I can do. So what I'm gonna do to start is I'm gonna play this. All right, this, remember, I get to actually wait. I don't even have 4 cards that I want to swap. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm losing a wild card. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. So I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna get rid of 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's get rid of these, all this, and I'm gonna take up 4 cards. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So all of these things go back into my tableau. Put some zeros out there, some greens, and a blue. All right, there you go. So that was my blue card. Now I get to play it. I haven't played yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this to lower the cost of this by 1. So it's a yellow 3. And then I'm going to show my 2 yellow 2s. Even though I didn't need to, I could have played anything else. Or I could have played my green instead. But I'm going to get rid of this to then pick up this one. Now, the beauty of this card, it lowers anything by 4. But you can't go lower than 0, which means I can only use this on another 4. To make it a 0. Like I have to reread the rules, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. All right, but either way, that was pretty good. Another 10 points. So we're gonna go to my friend over here. So let's see, is there a way for him to get the yellow that I desperately want? All right, I think I'm gonna start using some of these blue cards. So let's use this one here to swap 2 cards. Then we're gonna grab the green and the yellow, and I gotta get rid of 2. So let's just get rid of the 2 red cards. No, let's get rid of a 0 and a 1. Yeah, let's do that. No, the 0 might be useful in case the 2 comes out. Let's get rid of the 2 1s. I'm pretty sure those are going to be completely useless for the rest of the game. All right, let's put this back in my hand. Ton of wild cards. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually I don't even have enough. Oh no, it's going to be a 2. Perfect. So I'm going to play my yellow. By the way, this was used. I'm going to play my yellow to lower this by 1. So it's a 2. And then I'm going to play both of these as yellow 1s. Get rid of one of them to now pick this one up in my hand. Phew. All right. So let's see what we're going to do here. It's pretty simple. I think we're just going to do this. Discard this to pick up this. Be a bit more flexible. Maybe I'll get back that 4. Actually, I probably won't. I like my hand a lot. Although I am running out of cards. I don't think I can pick up a lot in the late game. Alright. My buddy's going to go. Is there any way for him to get this now? Well, he can spend this to make it a... You know what? That's what he's going to do. He's going to spend this. This is going to turn into a 0. And then he's going to pick it up. So he essentially just netted 6 points by playing 1 card, which is huge. All right, then it's going to go to me. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 cards left. I think the rule is when this is empty, the game ends. I'll just double check it. So I don't think we get to see what the last 2 cards are. All right, my turn. Pretty simple. Been waiting for this to come out. Using my -4 on the most powerful card in the game. Boom, or the most points. So this is going to be a 0. I'm going to put it in my hand. Boom. And now I really want to swap out these 2 cards out for cards that will actually give me some benefits. But anyway, then my buddy's going to go. I think pretty simple. They're going to start going for those high point cards. So he's going to play both of these for the 3. All right, then I'm going to go. Let's see. I think I'm going to play both of these for the blue. Boom. And then my buddy's going to go. What else? I think what he's going to do, he's going to play both of these for the red. Because it is worth 6 points. All right, even though these ones are only worth 3 and 2. Then I'm going to go. And is there any way for me to pick up anything? I don't think I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this to swap. So 3. I'm going to swap 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to pick up 3 cards. I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Which is fine. All right, these are gonna go back. Boom, boom, boom. All right, then on my turn, I'm gonna go this. Discard this for this. And then my friend, I believe, is gonna get the last one. It's only a 2. We can use this to get rid of this to pick up this. And I think that is over. Let me just double check the rules. Yeah, it says when all the cards are in the game, when all the cards are in the game's over. So we have to flip over 6 more cards, add it to the display. There's no more cards in the game. Everything's in play. I believe that's the end of the game. Either that or we draw. It doesn't really matter. I think player A over here is going to win. He's got all the 4s and all the high cards. I mean, you can go through all the cards and do your calculations, but I think this was an easy win. I was kind of screwing over this player a couple of times during the game. But there you go. There's Famiglia, very fast playing game. You can probably get this down in 15, 20 minutes, whatever, when you know what you're doing. So there you go. So we'll see you in the next one. Later.